We're trying to get everything together. We're trying to get it all together
I
here.
don't know why is it that
Where's this one here?
Facebook just
Facebook.
Facebook went all bad.
Where do I hit?
Go live.
Live.
I mean, we just typed up all kinds of stuff on Facebook and then
Camera action. Here we go. Yes. No, we'll hit there. I'll go live. There we go. Preview.
hello. Okay.
3, 2, 1, action.
Hit it.
All right.
Everybody.
Welcome to Wellness Wednesday, everybody. Week number 30. Week number 30. So we're glad to have you. If not, we'll catch you on the rebound on another part of the week for a, what do you call it? A review?
Replay.
A replay. All right, a replay. So hopefully you all had a great week.
I think it's kind of bad today. What's going on?
Not bad. It's just dark. No, we didn't have anything. We're good. I think so. It's kind of eerie. It is Halloween in a few weeks. What's going on over there? Get that one here. Hey. So glad to have you. Welcome to Final Step International, our Wellness Wednesday show where we try to give you tips on how to take care of yourself and make decisions that benefit you, benefit your partner, but mainly you, so you can say and do the things that you need to do to become the person you want to be. Okay, remember the human condition is about all the experiences we've had in life that make us who we are and why we think, behave, and feel the way we do. And if there's certain things that have inhibited us from growing up and doing the things we want to do, let's find out what they are so we can squash them. Okay? Or try to. All right? But as long as we're aware of it. Remember, Rome was not built in a day, so be easy on yourself. It takes time to break a habit that's been done your whole life. So think about that, okay? So the people we put up with, the things that we tolerate, what is that? And the what is it? We try to be when we try to be what is that? We try to be when we try to stand up for ourselves, be assertive. When the assertiveness that we wish we could do, but we're afraid to hurt other people's feel them or heal them.
Thank you, Carmen.
But you got to heal yourself first, and then you can heal you. My goal is to get you to do behavior that you do on your own without really telling anybody, and they happen to shift because you shifted, and you don't have to say a word. Okay?
That's true.
So that being said, we got some interesting questions. We're about relationships now. Okay, we're getting relationships in the fall season, and we have some interesting questions.
It's cold weather, and everybody wants to snuggle up.
And it's nice. This is not cold, but it's nice. I'm not sweating as much because I sweat easy. So, welcome to Final Step International, where we make sense of your behavior so to empower you to move forward without hesitation. All right, that's what we try to do. So what is the first question? The first question is...
We're diving in.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this...
Hold on. Oh, we have a snag in one of our what's it called? Facebook. Facebook. Okay.
I don't know why it's not acting right, but it's been doing this for the last couple of times. I'm in heal the limits instead of squashing them.
Nice, Carmen. Thank you. Heal the limits instead of squashing them. Right on. Yeah. I like when people get it. It makes it worthwhile for me to show up every week, get my hair done, and and throw out some knowledge. So that's good. I'm glad y'all are getting that. That's really important. So what's the first question? Okay, we're talking about what was the first question there, young lady? Do we have it?
We do, mister.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Boy.
It's right here. Oh, my God.
There's the question. All right. First question. Here we go.
Get with it.
So many things. First question is how to get ready for a relationship, right? How to get ready for a relationship if you want to be in a relationship. How do you get ready for that?
Gotta do inner work.
Yeah, have you ever asked yourself, I want to be in a relationship, what do I need to do to get ready for one? What work do I need to do on myself, right? What expectations do I have on myself? And another thing is, what am I going to put up with? Where do I draw the line?
That's true.
So the point is what are you going to do when you meet that person you're sitting across the table from, and he or she mentions things that may not fit in your line of agreement, your belief systems, or maybe let's go a little darker, a little disrespect, And is it remember we talked about vibrations while we choose our partner? And everything happens under the table. Remember, it's all subconscious. So the vibration they're giving off may not fit what you're familiar with, but it may be good for you because that's what you need, but you don't know what that is or what it looks like because you've never seen it. So think about those kinds of things. Think about, what am I willing to stop doing to have a healthy relationship? Because I'm used to the drama. Okay? Now, Carmen says, fall in love with myself first. Falling in love. What does that mean?
Oh, you have to love yourself.
And what does that mean?
Respect yourself.
What does that
Be
mean?
happy
I
with
need
yourself.
to know what that means.
I call it inner joy and peace.
Inner joy. So we're happy.
Yeah.
But why are we happy?
With yourself because you've done all the inner work.
Keep going. What is it? You got to be detailed. Yeah, I did the inner work. I brushed my teeth.
That's not inner work.
That's inner work. I can't see the toothbrush. Right? I did a colostomy. That's inner work, right?
Colostomy. It's colonoscopy.
Whatever that is.
It's not even the same.
That thing I do every 5 years that... Okay, anyway. So what does that mean? You fall in love with yourself.
That means you have gotten rid of all your baggage, your past. I hate that word trauma. I'm really hating that word.
Why?
Because it seems like everybody's using that word.
Well, that's because everybody's experienced it.
Okay, so...
What do we want to use?
I don't know.
A beatdown?
No, but...
A juvenile beatdown? What is it? I mean, it is traumatic. A lot of trauma. So think of another word then. That's okay. You can disagree.
Think of something else and come up with it.
You can disagree. Just tell me what the new word is.
Things that have happened in your past that you have dealt with. So that that you have come to peace with it. In order for you to find inner joy, it's something that you have to have worked through it,
right?
And that you're able to talk about it without causing you pain.
Right. So Carmen says, fall in love with yourself. Okay.
Right.
So I'm going like this. Instead of falling in love, why can't we stand in love? Why do we gotta fall? Why are we falling down? Baby, I lose you. No. I'm standing and I'm in love, or I love you. And I'm standing right here. This is who I am. This is what I have to offer. And that's it. You're going to take me or leave me. And if you leave me, guess what? I'm still standing. I still love me, but you just didn't want me. That's okay. You can't please everybody. Okay? And so the bottom line is this. If you're happy with who you are, of course we're going to have some, some
residual.
Yeah, some residual stuff. The video has stopped.
No, it's hard to reconnect. No, we're good.
We're good.
Well, you got to text.
Jeez, I'm texting people calling. The video has stopped. This one has stopped.
No, we're good.
Everything's good?
Yeah.
Okay, we're live. Everything's, it was running. That's running. Okay, so where was I?
You're kind of answering to what Carmen is saying.
Yeah, what
you have to stand for.
Yeah, make peace with things that you didn't like about yourself. And if you can do that, you are on your way. Now remember, you did the work, right? Guess who may not have? That guy on Tinderbox. Is that what it is? Tinderbox?
Tinder.
Tender?
Tinder.
Why not tender? Isn't tender a better name than Tinder?
What Tinder means.
Tinder means that's wood. That's tinder wood. I think burns.
It could be tender. I don't know.
I'm thinking tender, but anyway. That being said, you remember you've done the work. They haven't, so that means you're ahead of the game, so to speak.
Right.
So you can sit there and watch this individual sort of shuffle, him and haw, hesitate with the questions you ask, right? And then you can put that little check. Nope. Check. What are your 5 most? And what are the 5 things you want in an individual?
Top 5.
Top 5. What are 5 things you want from somebody?
Right. And then what are you willing to negotiate?
And when you've been willing to negotiate, you got to do that because no one can meet 100% of the needs of another human being. It's impossible. But if you meet 80%, 75%, you're doing really well.
Yeah.
You're doing really well. If you don't like what that person does, you do this. You go do your thing, dear. I'll see you when you get back. And guess what that allows you to do? Be by yourself, have some me time, while they have fun, respecting the fact that you respect what they like.
Right.
You don't have to be part of it. You just have to accept that's what they do and not take it away. And that's really important. What else is there? So loving yourself, having some, setting a few, what do you call that? What you want out of an individual?
Boundaries?
No. The thing we just said, the list.
Oh, checklist.
Yeah, the checklist. Yeah, your requirements, whatever that may be. And some deal breakers. What's a deal breaker?
Absolutely.
Mine would be smoking. Mine would be that thing that what they puff on that's killing folks. Not a lot of them, but some of them, 1,000 or so. Vapes, vaping. Yeah, not having it.
Yeah,
those are just like that's not gonna do it. So those are some of the things to think about as you get ready for a relationship. Be mindful that you don't sacrifice yourself for the relationship. We're talking about that in the next question.
Right.
Never give up you. Never give up you. All right.
Because what doesn't come out in the wash, it will come out in the dryer.
That's a Cuban saying.
That's
right?
a Cuban saying. I've been trying to figure out how to translate it.
Yeah. Really, you got some really good Cuban sayings. She needs to say them more and write them down because they're really profound. They're simple, prophetic, and they're really interesting. It's like, wow, that's just simple, right to the heart. Okay. What else is there?
Space for growth and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So that we're talking about just getting ready for a relationship. Okay.
Yeah.
And
once you're in it, it's complete.
Yeah. That's a whole nother topic. That's where we'll come in. It's a whole other topic. So that's what that is on getting ready for one. Yeah. If you're ready for one, you got to be ready for one. You can't do it on the rebound. You can't do it because you're desperate. Don't do it because
Christmas is coming up.
Christmas and the holidays.
That's the worst time to get in a relationship.
Yeah. I don't know, but whatever that is, just make sure you're not selling part of you to get into one.
That's true.
Do not give up a piece of yourself. You got to remember, you need to value yourself more, than life itself. You are somebody. I am somebody.
What was that little boy that we saw yesterday?
I am smart. I am something.
God's child?
No, I am smart. He's 2. And they're filming this, and the mother's been telling them since he was a baby.
Yeah.
So he's walking to school in his little outfit. The backpack's bigger than his back. It's like he's huffing up a mountain.
Yeah.
I am smart. I am talented. And so when you hear that, you can take that with you. You can take that with you into your later years. Yeah. So that's really important. That's your foundation. Okay. When you have that foundation, before we go on to the next question, when you have that foundation, guess what? No one can take advantage of you. Yeah. No one will ever get over on you. It doesn't mean you can't get hurt, but you will recover better, and you won't do destructive behavior because the foundation you had as a child will play itself out. Because you were loved, you were cared for way back in the day, and because someone didn't at this time, 20, 30 years in the future, means that you are somebody. Because you heard it from the people you needed to hear it from. And that's really important. For those who didn't hear it from the people they needed to hear from, and it's a new idea, make sure you believe and know that you are valuable. And that takes time because it's hard when your foundation's not strong. Okay? So, how to get ready for that relationship, what you can do. That was the question of the day. Again, welcome to Final Step International, where we make sense of your behavior to empower you to move forward without hesitation. Okay? And the needs-based method, where we go behind the scenes to get you to understand your behavior, to understand what needs being met in that moment or not met in that moment, and what emotions show up.
Okay, so a quick recap. Our first question was how to get ready for a relationship and what you need to do.
And what you need to do.
Mm-hmm. So, and then we do have the 2 books that, of course, because we are never ready.
What 2 books?
The needs, when nobody's home.
You can go grab it.
A moment, please.
Excuse me. Take a commercial break. There you go. And we're back. So you do it. It's called transition.
And my little nugget, are you still on? Hello, my little nugget. Actually, my uncle's tuned in from Florida. Hi, Daddy.
Here we go, Daddy. Prince of Christ, what's up?
Oh, Emmy.
Bam, bam.
Okay, so when nobody's home,
right?
You guys know.
Reveal and deal, right?
Reveal and deal?
Reveal and heal.
Oh, reveal and heal.
The missing pieces of childhood trauma. That's it. We got to reveal it, to heal it, so you can move on, to be a stronger person. right?
And then yours truly. Oh, are we done with yours?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, and then yours truly.
Let them see it.
Own your dreams.
Own your dreams.
Yes,
okay.
chapter 11.
Chapter 11. The journey from Cuba to America and what you had to go through, and all the pain and all the.
Find your inner peace and joy.
How do you do that? Right? Awareness and understanding. Acceptance.
Yay, that will be Levi's bedtime.
Okay. All right.
Is it now with me? Oh, okay. We're going to have to put Levi in bed earlier so you could watch it. Okay, so then the next question.
So in relationships, you have dominant patterns, all right? So I was looking through a few other patterns that exist. So I decided to go dark first. We got to go dark, all right? Because I like to hit you over the head. So the dominant pattern, one of the dominant patterns of a relationship is a survival relationship. Okay, think about survival. You're surviving in it. Okay, how many here have been in a relationship where they survived? Okay, what I mean by that is it basically says I am nothing without you. Okay, I need you to meet my need tragically as if I use drugs. I need shelter. I need finances. That's the only reason I'm here. Because if I am not with you, then the relationship ends. I'm with you only for those reasons. There's nothing from the heart per se. There's nothing from compassion and empathy. It's just surviving. I need you to meet my physical needs. And sex is not even that either. It's just I need food and shelter. And I'm willing to put up with anything to live with you and be in this relationship. So how many can identify with? So how many? Good Lord, these responses are funny. There's
always a character in every.
These responses are funny. Woo. So how many can identify or know someone who's in a survival relationship?
Is that like I need you for my health insurance at 401k?
That is, let's put up this way. That's called, what's that called? A gift.
Oh, that wouldn't be me though. I was just asking for a friend.
These eyes are crying. These eyes have seen a lot of love, but they're never going to see another one like I had with you.
I was just asking.
Yeah. That's a gift. For those who are willing to donate their membership.
The FICA score.
FICA score. That's right, baby. That's right. Right. So think about, but think about this. Share your insights of people who in survival relationships.
Why do you always put me on the spot?
Because you got to learn how to do this.
Well, I would say at an older age. I remember when I used to work with my last doctor, older clients or older patients, like they were like in their 80s, were always trying to hit on me. And they would always tell me, at a certain age, you would either need a nurse or a purse. And so they were always looking for somebody younger to take care of them. And they would always tell me, I have a purse, so now I need a nurse. And I really, at the time, I was young and I was in my 40s. And I would always say, oh, that's cute. Let me tell you, the older I get, the more I'm like, really? Because Lord knows, sometimes we just need a purse.
So that's if no one's getting abused, that's a relationship of convenience.
Yes.
Because in the younger age, we fall in love at young because we maybe not knowing it. I'm in love, right? And then we get to know the person, and then things happen, and then you grow up, and life goes on, and then you find out, wow, this relationship thing is a lot of work. And then you see the person for who they truly are, and then reality sets in. So you may get a divorce or whatever, breakup, whatever the case may be, but you try it again. So now we're gonna try to get an individual that hopefully is good for us.
Right.
But we do look at FICA scores.
In our second chapter of life.
Yeah, we do look at can we maintain
401k.
Yeah, we do look at those things because that's important.
Health insurance with a low copay, girls.
Yeah, that makes a 6-pack on your tummy. And all that deliciousness go to the wayside to a degree because that ain't paying the rent.
Right.
So that being said, we're gonna go back on this survival. Survival relationships are very painful, are very destructive. They can be, and it's just two people playing a role that can be destructive. Think of a domestic violence as a survival. I'm with you because that's all I know. Your pain is what I know, so I need you to give me that pain.
Yeah, that's horrible.
It is horrible. So that being said,
so you give people a 30-day trial like a job. Make them cut.
Really? Wow.
Probation until you make.
So think about if you ever been in a volatile or survival relationship and you got out of it. What did you learn?
Right.
Yeah, what did you learn? Okay. Addicted to drama.
That's true.
Got to remember, when you're not used to kindness and someone shows you kindness, you will dog them out because you're pissing me off because you remind me of what I didn't get as a kid.
And that's all they know.
And that's all they know. So when you're with someone and all of a sudden, you're distant, and they like that because they got to earn it, and then you give a piece of yourself, and they're like, well, you're weak for being vulnerable. Mm-hmm. You're weak for showing kindness. Because when I showed kindness to my people when I was young, I got jacked up. Right. So you showing me kindness reminds me what I didn't get. So that means you're weak because I was called weak. Does that make sense? So think about that, okay? So think about what you've learned in past relationships, what you don't want to do again, all right? Where you draw the line. And is it a survival relationship, okay? And if it is, think about what you need to do to leave it. It's up to you. I can't tell you. I can give you information, but that's your decision. When you've had enough, you'll make the decision. And what do you need to do to leave it, but also understand why you were in it in the first place? Right. Because once you understand things...
That's very important.
Yeah, once you understand why you're in it, you go, that's why I do that. Yeah, that's why you do that.
So then you don't repeat the same pattern.
Yeah. Because he was touching... Remember that... There was a thing, I have to be in love with myself. Remember... not only do we fall in love, but we fall in need. You are going to meet my needs, and you're going to make up for what I never got as a child. All right? As painful as it may be, or as life-affirming as it may be, depending on where it comes from, that's how it works. Because you remember, you go to that... If I could line up all people in a row, X amount of people in a row, and I could point, everyone got their stuff together. They're healthy people, they're good people, decent people. But you pick the one over here who's not that decent, who's not, who's not decent, who's angry, who's aggressive.
Who's not the best person for you.
So watch this, that's relative. They may be the best for you because that's what you know.
Right.
And it may be destructive.
Right.
Remember that. But if you grow out of that, if we heal your little girl, you grow out of that, then they're not good for you. Or beneficial to you. But they fit because that's what you know. If I heal you, they won't fit anymore, and you got to pick these guys over here who got their stuff together. A high five, a score. They treat you. You go camping. You go to ball games, whatever the case may be. Life is pretty damn good. Okay, so that's how that works. What's up, Carol? And so that's a little taste of a what do you call that? A survival relationship. Okay, to survive. We're doing it to survive. We're not doing it to live. We're not doing it to enhance our lives. We're not doing it to make me a better person. We're just doing it to meet the basic needs of food, shelter, and some tragic connection. How's that?
Okay, so what do you think about that question or that statement that they pick people below them so they could feel good about themselves? Less than.
Yeah, you can. You can pick somebody. So I know that I had more superior than you because where I come from, I was picked on and dogged out. So I got to pick somebody smaller.
Right.
So the person who chooses the person who's more of a bully picks them because I don't think anything of myself. Therefore, I need to pick you to understand, to diminish me because I'm familiar with that.
Right.
I am so small in my way of thinking of who I am that guess what? I'm going to pick someone who's going to be bigger than me and tell me all kinds of horrible things or life-diminishing things so it fits.
Right.
Welcome to domestic violence. Man or woman.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's a
I
form
talked to
of
enough
domestic
women.
violence.
Boy. Yeah. God forbid I empower one and then they go back and say, hey, my life has changed.
Right.
They're not going to like it.
Right.
The person who's doing it. That's how the dance works. Okay? So remember that. So if you know people who are in those kind of relationships and you have a, well, let's say a conscience, but you know, you want them to change, you want them to do better, you know, to have them look at this video.
Yeah, and not only that, hey, perfect segue for our what do you call it? A commercial break.
Commercial break.
So we are having a relationship retreat. It's not a boot camp, it's a retreat on November the 2nd from 8 to 7 p.m. So if you or someone that you know would benefit from it, have them sign up. It's for either singles or people in a relationship, because what we're going to teach, it fits and it could help anybody. So we're going to teach about you.
Yeah. From all the thousands of people I've interviewed over the years, you need to know who you are. Once you know who you are, then we'll make the next step, and now we're going to share yourself with somebody else. Okay? Is this a getaway? No, we're going to keep you kidnapped.
No, it's not a weekend getaway. It's a one day.
One day, though. One day we'll do a getaway. We get fancy and all that. But we're going to be...
it's an all-day retreat.
Yeah, all day,
from
one
8
day.
a.m. to 7 p.m.
Yeah, it's going to be one day, because the information I'm going to give you is going to be kind of heavy. So I'm going to need basically an hour so we can just decompress.
Right.
Because, you know, my dad did this before to a class, and they're like, I said, oh, damn.
So
they learned a lot.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to meet up at 8 o'clock in the morning. We are going to register and all that kind of good stuff. And then we start at 9, and then we're going to go throughout the day, and then we're going to end about 5:30, 6 o'clock, and then we're just going to meet between 6 and 7 just to decompress. We'll have some cheese and, you know.
It's just a talk and just maybe meditate and just kind of exhale. Because when we uncover things you don't know, you know, you're going to feel light as a feather, but then you're going to go into that world that didn't change, and you're going to have to deal with that.
Right.
So I want you to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
Okay? And this may help you want to continue with us, because what's more expensive, a divorce or a one-day class with us? So think about it. I always tell people that. You know, you spend money or whatever here to get ready for the big events of the people you're going to meet. Or is it worth it for future reference when the day comes, when I hear I'm getting a divorce?
Right. And it does come with continuing support on Zoom. So we'll continue.
So think about that, because because we can what do you call that? We can make it, organize it in a way that you're getting information that's going to benefit you in the long run. You got to remember, this is your life. And most people don't understand their life because they're in their own life.
Right.
And no one teaches you guys how to look at your own life and what you do and why you do it. So that's what we're here to do, okay?
Okay, so then we have our bonus question.
Bonus!
And we really want you guys to give us your input on this. We are actually...
it's a millennial question.
Yeah, and I'm having a lot of millennials are coming across with this information, and that's what this gave us the idea to bring it to the forefront. So, they are saying, women are saying that... So women are telling me that I'm getting this from women between the age of 24 to 30, about 32.
That's it?
Yeah, and it's the same thing. It hasn't been one or two. It's actually been a group that we have just happened that we're speaking with. And they're saying that it's hard for them to find a guy because men nowadays are not, you know, like stepping up, and they're not acting like men. And so in the discussion that we had, what I helped them understand is that they're finding guys, they're trying to find a man that's just like their dad, and that's not happening. So after talking to them, we realized that they have a really close bond to their dad. So here's the question. Are stay-at-home fathers more connected with their daughters versus their sons?
So read it again.
Are stay-at-home fathers more connected with their daughters versus their sons?
So who's raising who?
Yeah. So I was telling Michael that I believe what's happening is within the last 10 to 15 years, you know how that whole role reversal has changed, has shifted. And the dads are now staying at home. You know, my brother-in-law, he just retired a year or two ago. So now he's a stay-at-home dad. He takes my niece to soccer and everything else. So he doesn't miss one of her soccer practices. He does like the Chronicle, you know, the morning ride to school. He's the carpool dad. So he's so hands-on. And I'm thinking this is what's happening with that other generation. That the girls have their dad around so much more now than we did.
House husband.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why the girls are just having that bond with their dad. And actually, the first girl that mentioned it to me is my hairstylist, and she's 24. And then the other group...
What did she say?
She's the first one that brought it up, that she's having the hardest time dating because guys, you know, men don't know how to be men. Because she's having a hard time finding a guy that would step up like her dad does, you know. And I was really shocked, and I was like, really? And so she was saying, you know, the guys are just not what they used to be. But she's only 24.
What did they used to be?
You know, like they don't open the door. They don't.
Oh, no. That's sexist. We can't do that.
He does. They don't communicate. They're not...
That's typical, but not bad.
Right. You know... And the fact that, this was a good one. The fact that they really can't, you know, like change a tire or fix something.
Or turn a key in a car because we push buttons.
Right.
Things have changed, everybody. Things have changed. All right? You know,
then I asked her about her relationship with her dad. And she's like, my dad's amazing. My dad's great. My dad's this. My dad. And I'm like, where's your mom? She's like, oh, she's there. You know, but then she brought that up.
So ladies here watching, help me understand, because I grew up with 16 boys kind of thing, and my mom. There is a relationship between a mother and a daughter, and sometimes it gets volatile. And that's where we have the cat fights, and they're bumping the heads, and I can't wait to get off to college. And they don't listen to each other. This is my little experience, not much. And then you have the father-daughter relationship. And in that's their first image of what a man looks like, what a man does, and who they become. And if it's a good man, they're going to make comparisons. You don't do that. My dad does that. You don't do that? Right? That sort of thing. And it's too bad because everybody has a different upbringing. So are you going to hold it against the guy that he's doing what he can with what he's been given and learned as a child and all of that? You know, those are things to think about. I got to do some more research on this father-daughter, father-son, dad home more often, dad mom working. But we have a tendency to compare our parents to the people we date. And that's usually who we end up with anyway. Did you guys notice that? We end up by the people we see first for the first 18 years of our life because that's what we know. And that vibration is what kicks us off the person out into the other world who goes, wow, you remind me of. And that's where that energy comes from. There's something about you that makes me, ooh. And it reminds me of somebody. Guess who that is? Exactly.
Type in here, are we dating our parents?
Okay, so the question is, are we dating our parents? And usually, we are. Now, if there are parents from hell, and I'm going to be, what is that? We will if we don't wake up. But we don't need to if we wake up and go, wow, I don't want to date a person like my parent because they weren't nice people. But that's acceptance, and that's a really big thing to take on. But initially, we kind of do because that's what we know. That's why we're here to wake you up to go, wow, I'm doing the same thing my daddy did. My mama did. I'm behaving. I treat my kids the same way, and I promised myself I wouldn't treat my kids that way. But we do. Yeah. Why are you staring at me?
Me?
I don't know. Where was it? So that's what's up. So think about that, okay? And I don't know if
we're running on overtime.
Yeah, running on overtime, so we want to make sure y'all get to bed early, get your hair done, get your teethuses brushed, and take care of yourself, eat healthy, okay? But so that's the week number 30. Okay, we're way over the halfway point here. It's fall, middle of October, and getting cool. I love this type of weather. It's cooler. I love it. You know, too bad there's no snow. But that's okay.
Thank you,
okay.
Jesus.
So that being said, have a great week. All right. Take care of yourself. Remember, take care of yourself. If you see yourself participating in an old behavior that you don't like, an unwanted behavior, take a step back and go, whew, that old behavior is showing up. Let me do something different. Okay? That's what it's all about. Don't blame and shame and judge yourself. Just be the best human you can be.
Recognize it.
All right? Recognize it. I think in the urban world they're called I recognize. Is that what that is? I recognize. Something like that. All right, we're going to sign off here. I'm starting to ramble. There's a LA Dodger game going on here. Let's see what's going on. Okay? So take care. We'll see you next week, all right? With more relationship tips, right? From Final Step International.
Thank you.
Have a great night. We'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, boy.